Hey guys, wanted to show you what I decided on for my completed Maritime build. So I'm going to go over each piece as best as I can and kind of describe why I went with those choices. So first thing, the helmet itself is an FMA Maritime. It's a size large, extra large. It's got a TMC multicam helmet cover, also size large, extra large. They don't make that one in medium large. Inside I do have the FMA Lux liner that I kind of chopped up a lot inside, and I created like vent holes to try to promote ventilation for the helmet. It's not really pretty, and some of it fractured because this thing does not actually fit the Maritime shell very well, which was a concern for me because when I was trying it on, I was wondering why the helmet wouldn't fit very well. But the Lux liner, the shell, is actually kind of shaped like the ballistic helmet, which is quite a bit deeper than the Maritime. So when I was pushing this in, it wasn't sitting all the way flush with the shell. So what I did, I actually just split the two pieces and try to fit it as best as I could in there. And then I do have some like ventilation holes and like channels created in there. It's not pretty, but it does work, and I think it'll protect my head just fine for airsoft use. But the straps are actually really good. They fit my head quite well, and the liner or the worm dial, not the greatest, but it does work. Not much else to say about that. It's a worthwhile upgrade, I'd say, if you have like a ballistic style helmet, not the Maritime, for the Lux liner, because the shell doesn't fit very well. It kind of makes the helmet sit a lot taller on your head than it should. So there's that. Let me get this back on here. Kind of rotate this around. The headset is the TAC-SKY Contact 3s in the tan color. I think they look really nice. I did the radio test and they work just fine. Moving forward, that's a Tier 9 shroud. And I used some like dull paint for the bolts there, or the nuts. This is an MF L4 G24, and it says Will Gox on it instead of Will Cox, but that's alright, it looks cool. I like the color quite a bit actually. I didn't like it at first, but I think it looks pretty nice. Decided to go with this cover mainly because of the multicam Velcro, and I think it fits a lot better. I just like that multicam Velcro look. Rather than just the tan Velcro. The A2 cover actually doesn't use the correct Velcro color. And I was trying to figure out why it looked off, and that's why it's a darker Velcro color that they use compared to the Ops Core. But the Peltor Adapters, these are actual Peltor. I think that's the only real thing on this helmet right now is the actual Peltor Adapters. Mainly because the replica ones don't click in and out, and I actually kind of like that feature that you can pop them out and let them hang so they're not pressing against your ears all the time. Some people like it the other way around, but for airsoft use, that's just the way I want to do it. I do have the cords running up outside the helmet instead of inside and going underneath the cover. I think it looks a lot cleaner rather than having like a bunch of wire sticking out here, because it'll loop around and go back into the helmet. I think it looks better wrapped around there. And just for right now, I have the comms lead kind of wrapped around back here. And then the strobe is an FMA Hel-Star 5. Decent strobe. Really like the functions of it. Some of my IR diodes don't work, but that's fine. I don't really need the IR. I'm not going to rely on a replica strobe for that. And that pretty much covers it. Do one final turn for you, and this is my completed helmet. Alright, thanks for watching.